Hey y'all, to the driver. So we are back on Ranch Simulator. This is going to be episode 6, and we are actually in day 3. I went ahead and slept the night because it was almost dark anyways, so here we get a fresh start at the day and see what we can get done today. So I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do these days. I'd rather do one day per video, but I'm trying to not make them stupid long at the same time. Um, so anyways, our bank account situation is still about the same here. We only got 1,300 bucks. I don't want to blow all of our money. I did go over to the house that we're building and I took some notes of what we need. We need 135 concrete still and 10 more metal. So I want to go make us a little bit of money. So after what we'll do is we're going to go and do the hunting, go do the bears and anything we can kill along the way and back. And depending on how much fuel we burn, we'll go get some gas and so on and so forth. So speaking of that, 2 victims in the field. I went ahead and reloaded the rifles, or the rifle and the revolver. But I missed him. I get this one. That one. That one. All right. Let's go and reload that real quick. And yeah, in my spare time, I was back to playing Icarus again. So key bindings are a little different over there compared to this. So anyhow, yeah, we're gonna see what we can get done today and all that good fun stuff. And there's another one over here. Yep. I figure if anything, if we're still hurting on the money side, we're gonna at least go ahead and start getting the wood going. Could have sworn I saw here. Gander real quick. Oop, right there. All right. So yeah, right now we're in a mode of we need to make money so we can get our stuff. I can cut all the wood I want, but I still got to go and buy the metal and concrete and then other things over through the time. So. I'm sure people have been kind of wondering, what's been going on with me as far as my health. Hasn't been a whole lot of changes. I think I talked about the changes in my medicine. I'm seeing a difference, in my leg, but it's not helping my headaches, and that's been one of the bigger kills with me is my headache. I've actually still got a headache right now. I pretty much always do. I wake up with a headache and I go to bed with a headache. And the new medicine my primary doctor gave me to help me with my stomach it's actually been helping pretty nice. So I'm pretty grateful for that. And I don't want to go into too in depth on that, but it is helping. So the bigger things is I've been running into, still been running into being shaky a lot and just really not feeling that great, in all honesty. So I get on here and I play games, but it varies on what I'm playing. When I'm shaky, like I'm a little shaky right now, I'm not too bad at the moment. But when I'm real shaky, I have a hard time playing any game with my controller, and I just started doing Truck Simulator with controller. And, certain games you play with a controller, for example, you're just doing quick turns. Whereas when you're playing truck simulators or any kind of a simulation, where you're gently making the curves and stuff like that, that's when it's hard for me being real shaky. So we're going to sneak around this way. So I wanted to get some more trucking videos out there on top of, these videos. I talked a little bit last time about the upcoming series I plan to do, and I'm going to do a video a little bit more in depth on that and, see what those people, because not everybody's going to watch every, different game that I play. So I'd rather, pinpoint the questions to the people that are, actually watching those videos and enjoy those videos. Did I get him? I don't think I got him, but I'm out of bullets. Make sure There ain't nobody out here gonna bite me in the butt. Okay, we gotta watch for that bear. Yeah, I'm gonna do another video later on and just kind of go from there. Not scared anymore. God, but that was kind of a weird sound. Oh, I did not get him. Got it that time. Reload that. I made that one gunshot. I have the game sounds turned down just a little bit for myself, and it almost sounded more like a tire popping than anything else. Get on the cooler side there. Yeah, playing Truck Simulator is going to be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated due to being shaky. Games like this, I play on keyboard and mouse, so it's not as bad, but I still have my moments where I just still don't feel all there. So when I feel those ways, I just, you know, keep to myself and play some games I enjoy, or sometimes I just go and I watch some YouTube videos or, you know, something of that nature. Oh, don't flip me. Don't flip me. Sorry. That was my fault. I thought I had it cleared, but I didn't. So anyhow, back to what we're doing here in the game. Like I said, we're just going to do a quick hunt real quick. We got one more bear to get. I had that drill going over there, the oil drill. So I think we might run back over there and see how much we got in there. And here. Wow. Am I a horrible shot today? Holy crap. Oh, that's right as I get my truck to stop. Okay. That time. Go and reload that rifle. Yeah, we just gotta work on generating some money. Once we get our money up and we're at a point where we're doing our own stuff with our own animals, the money situation will change very quickly. So I've got another playthrough on this that I'll just do by myself, full private game. And I'm on around day 50 something. I can't remember exactly what number I'm at. Around day 50, maybe 55. And I've hit a point where the game is almost not fun. Like I got a little too much going on. The money is slow in this game and a little boring in the beginning. And then when you really get going with whatever animals you pick, the money just starts to roll in like crazy. And I mean, it's nice that it does that, but at the same time, it gets to where you're making too much money too fast. And on that profile, I would have to check again to give you an actual real number, but I think on that profile, I have like over $200,000. So I'm not really hurting for money on there. No clue why I went this direction over here. That's a rock. Where's that last bear, guys? Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to do as far as on animals. And they do have a roadmap out now for the game. There's some pretty negative comments on it. So the roadmap, they're talking, I think this summer, they're going to add sheep and sheep shearing. So in other words, it's not like we're going to get into wool. And then they're going to be adding some more stuff, I think decoration stuff, around the fall time. There's the bear. He is. Okay, he's dead. Let's go grab that, and then we'll come back and check what we're building. This thing's almost full. As you can tell, I seem to be getting distracted a lot more these days than I used to. Easy. Doesn't look like I bought any barrels yet. And this stuff pays pretty good money. There's not even enough for, well, there might be enough for a full barrel. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a gas can. We're going to go ahead and top this thing up some fuel. Okay, I think we're going to leave this be. I don't think I'm even full with grabbing a barrel yet for this thing. My turn. Definitely going to want to top that can back off. So yeah, like I was saying earlier before I got interrupted by seeing the bear and looking at the oil and such, took me a minute to think. I don't know why. But anyhow, the reason people are a little bit irritated with them is because there's a lot of physics in the game that really needs to be fixed. Driving is one of them. I'm kind of used to the driving, but it's still really weird. I've never seen a vehicle slide as much as these do. So the ATV is not the ATV. The side-by-side is actually the worst when it comes to sliding around all the time. And that's one of the things. I mean, there's a whole lot of other bugs. You know, I've talked about the animals getting out of the pens and stuff like that. So, which I'm still thinking on what I'm going to do about my other game on the pens and such. Let's go look here real quick and see how much is an oil barrel. That's $2.50. I'm going to buy one. Probably rearrange the bed of the truck again so I can fit it in the truck. This holds 50, so we could actually get a full barrel of stuff. There we go. We can go over and get us a full barrel and we can come back here and we'll sell it. Make us a little extra money. But yeah, people are just not happy with it. I mean, there's a lot of bugs and glitches and weird things that goes on that really doesn't make any sense. And this game's been out for 4 years. You would think that they would have a lot of the stuff straightened out, especially before the last DLC, which, you know, really irritated some people. I haven't purchased the DLC just because the fact that it's $20, you get a map that's in the West, which I'm not opposed to being out West. But they just haven't fixed none of the stuff, you know, and that's kind of annoying, you know, when the developer's not even going to fix the game and make the base game right. So, you know, don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy this game and I have a lot of fun playing it. But after a while, the bugs and the little stupid things that happen just do get old after a while. So yeah, there's that going on, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to be paid DLCs, because the last DLC was a paid one. If it's going to be free content, it's going to be added over time. I would think the sheep would be free. Not sure about decorations though. And I can't remember what the third one was. The third one was something else. I just can't remember what it was. What would do? Easy. And as far as my ranch on this save game, I'm torn between what I want to back up. I'm torn between what animals I want to do. Right now on the other one, I'm doing all the animals, and it's pretty well a full-time job. And I'm trying to decide if I want to continue, if I want to do that over here or do something a little different. So sell. Look at that, 1,500. No. I hope that's 1,500. No, it's only 500. Okay. One times 500, I guess, or 1,500. So then I'm not going to sell all of these. So if I do the sell real quick and hit back real fast, yep, $500. 500 for that oil. Not a bad little payday. Probably more than we'll get off the meat. Put that barrel back. Yeah, guys. I mean, there's benefits to all the animals, even at the same time. The question is, do I want the headache? You know, and I'm definitely thinking doing them one at a time if I'm gonna add all or a bunch at once, you know, here and there. I think first thing I'm gonna do is maybe go ahead and get the big chicken coop built after we get the house built, and get a granary up for them. It reminds me I need to go to the country market and pick up some feed, and then you know, build up our stock of chickens. And one thing that I've noticed is you know, you go through a lot of eggs making the various products that you can make, both with cheese and with meat. Sorry, I had to get a drink. So yeah, with the cheese, you have the molds that you can buy. I know which molds to buy. Obviously, to make cheese, you're going to need milk, so that's going to either require dairy cattle or goat, you know, goat milk. And depending upon which of those two you decide to go with, depends upon the mold you buy. And you can do just milk and boil it, and you have curd, or you can add mold to it, and you've got you know, you got basically, you know, the mold version, and then you got the egg version, or the multiplier of the two. And then you can also dry them in the racks to achieve a dried version, which is the cheese. So that's there to work with. So if I do, let's say if I did dairy and goats, so I'd get both of the milks, I can do both of the molds and eggs. You know, that would give me everything I need as long as I can get enough eggs and milk and stuff. You make those, and then you either sell them right away or you sell them at the multiplier prices. Oh, we forgot to go by. We can do it on the way back. Okay. While we're here, we'll look at. Couldn't get us a box or two of ammo while we're here. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to doing a lot of the other stuff, I'll go ahead and grab the stuff that I need real fast. So don't forget to buy it. 2 boxes of ammo. If we're gonna do any milking, we have to have milk cans. I'm gonna want more than one. I've already learned that one from what I've been doing. And if we're gonna do the cheese stuff, this here is the best for the cows. It makes the most money. And this here would be the best on the left for the goats. Well, it's only one for the goats. Other than that, all I would need is a pan to cook them in, and either a stove at the house. I can do it at the house on the stove, or I can buy, then not sell it here maybe. Sorry with the ups and downs scroll, and they do not sell it here. There's a little stove thing you can sit on the table and do it on that as well. Obviously, we're going to need to get more coolers when we do all that stuff as well. And then if we're going to do meat for the sausages and stuff, we're going to need the grinder and the sausage stuffer, which I'm going to do the electric versions. They're way more money, but way worth it. So that's kind of what I'm looking at and what I'm kind of thinking about on the animals. I mean, chickens we're definitely going to do, but the question is, what do we want to do with other than just chickens? Selling eggs just straight out isn't the best paying. Talking and look what I did. Didn't even complete the purchase. Sorry, lady. Let's see here. Let's try that again. Buy that. Fun part's finding all our ammo. I'm gonna look for that first. One box right there. Might I'll throw that over there. I don't like how they just throw this stuff on the ground like this because it goes everywhere. Am I blind or am I just not seeing it? There it is right there. Yeah, I don't like how they throw it on the ground like that. It's kind of a pain. Alright, so let's run up to the burger spot and sell our meat. And we'll go run to the gas station and fill the truck and the gas can back up. And we're going to go cut some wood. Yeah, I mean, if y'all got ideas of what y'all think that I should do, I'm sure y'all want to see all the animals. If I'm going to do all the animals, I'm going to do them one at a time. And what I mean by one at a time, I'm going to add one and then kind of grow the herd. And then I'm going to work on the next one and grow that herd and so on and so forth. I don't want to go and try to buy everything at one time like I did on the other one. It was a little rough. Let's see. Yeah, actually, there's the multipliers. Oh, the wild meat's on there today. Cool. 1.4. Yeah, we could do the cheese. If we had the cheese blue mold or the pork sausage, we'd be doing pretty good too. But we don't. So I just want to sell that and that. And yeah, 560 something bucks. Put some fuel. Yeah, we started doing better money-wise. We're going to pretty much quit doing the hunting for the most part. Especially if we start really getting some good money. Excuse me, truck. Okay, let's get some fuel. Let's start with this can. Oh, come on. Hit the wrong button again. Truck up over here. Put that up. Go back to the ranch. Oh, I'm cutting you off. Guess you could say I'm a horrible driver today. Here. If you ever do go to play this game, do not park like this right beside the animals if you can help it. Move. Park a little bit away from it. I had an issue one time where my truck decided to go on a flipping frenzy and ended up back at the farm. And how that happened, I have no clue. I want to put one of these on the roof. Come on. Because when a meat jumps like that, it'll throw your vehicle. Okay, I'm going to drop this off to the chickens, and we'll grab that trailer. Figure out where we want to cut some trees. There. Yeah, I hear you in there. Okay, I'm doing on stuff. Okay, on water. I'll go ahead and give you some. It goes there. Feed is 3 out of 7. I'll just check them tonight for the end of the day. Eventually, we're going to have to get water because this container only holds so much. I heard a noise out here. zoom this out a ways. I do know that there's a few trees around this house I do want to eliminate. So we're going to work on those first. We're going to take this board and go ahead and deposit that into the house. I'm just going to set up my work table about here. Then cut a tree. Guess it runs better if you turn it on, right? I do know that we need about 64, well 63 currently of the wood. Got a little bit of cutting to do. I don't want to clear all these trees right here. I don't want to leave trees around the house and such. So we're probably going to go out more toward the property line and cut more trees. That's why I got the trailer out. Pile going here. That pile's moving. Here. Oh, see what it's doing. It's making us in sort of an each little spot here. On the plus side, we can walk through some of this. We can walk through this. It'll look weird, but we'll be able to do that. It's going to kind of be that way until we get the foundation finished. Money-wise, I think we might just go ahead and do it. That's looking like it's going to be more like the front porch right there. Oops. I think I'm going to eliminate this tree here. I think that might be it. Give me a log. You only hold 8 of these planks at a time, by the way. Oh, I see a tree right here that needs to go. We'll go ahead and get it next. I'm going to move that table saw. We'll just start table saw about here, kind of in the middle. Do something about like that. Yeah, that tree there is gots to go. I think we're gonna get this one, the far one that I'm pointing at, and this one obviously. Oh, dang, that fell over fast, didn't it? Hope I can get rid of this stump right here. Uh-oh, that's not gonna be good. Because not only that, I lost a log, I think, in this. Yep, there's a log right there. I can't even get to it. Well, I got two choices. I can destroy this and lose half the wood that I put into it. Or I can leave it be and just hope for the best. Which I think I'm going to go with option 2. Why did my walking slow down? Okay, so that does stink about that. Losing a log was not part of my plans. But not being able to get rid of that stump has got me concerned, but live and learn, right? So the table saw it differently. Weird. Oh, can't go that way. Alright, we did what? It's little things like that, some of the bugs that people were talking about. Run out of fuel. Take some of this up here. I don't think it's going to let me put all these up here. I was hoping to do this without buying a ladder. I have to buy a ladder. Let's see here. Alright, so currently we're at about a little over 35 minutes of recording. I'm going to go ahead and just try to go for a full day here and just see what happens with the time. I don't really want to keep doing so many videos for a little bit of work we've been getting done. Let's go run back here. We'll see about getting some trees. Somewhere back here. Looks pretty good to me. I know that the ranch doesn't go all the way to the fence line. I do know that. I can cut that one. We'll just get us a full trailer of wood. We won't need it, but we'll have it later. Let that do whatever it's going to do. I don't know if that was just two that went there or what. Back up here a little bit. Let's see if I can get these two over here. It'll let me. I want to say I couldn't get those on my other save. Maybe I was wrong. I think we're just going to stick with what we got there. We got a bunch of extras we got to put somewhere. Back over to house. There. Now let's see if I can get any of these wood planks upstairs without doing anything crazy. Wait for me down here. Nope, nothing down here, obviously. So we can do some risky walking. Yeah, we can. All right. One way to do it, I suppose. More wood do we need? We need like 5 more. Each log gives us 2 planks. I think we'll run up to the store and go and get the rest of the concrete and stuff. I don't want to whittle my money down too much, but I want to get this thing done. Okay, that should be all the wood. Yep, that's all the planks we need. Now we just need concrete. So let's go get that. Find a way down. There we go. I'll go ahead and shut this off. We're gonna park this trailer. There. Thought I was playing Farm Sim for a second. I hit Q. Those out here. Alright, let's run up to town and see if we can get the rest of our stuff. Maybe we get this house finished quick before it hits too dark. This is a good thing there's no traffic laws, right? Okay. I'm about to look at my notes here real quick that I took. What was that bright white? That's the concrete. We need 135, and these are basically 50 a bag. So that's 3 of those, and then metal we only need 10. I'll just go ahead and do that then. Set that down. Let's get this all loaded up. Okay, let's get this home. stuff in here. And last bag. Boom, done. Put that in there for a minute. So I'm curious of, well, I'm just curious what this house looks like. It looks really nice. I think I built it the wrong direction though. And that one log, well, it disappeared, but we got our wood here. So let's bring this over. Set this in the back of the truck. Let me do it. Haha. All right, cool. We'll just take that up and put it away. Let's check out the new house. Does this look like the front door? Let's go ahead and shut that door so no one can get this. Let's see what we got in here. Like a little living room, TV, an old radio. We can turn that on. I'm not going to. And I know on here when you watch this, it's all it is commercials. It's either the truck on the showroom floor or it's the real estate stuff. Oh, there's a dartboard there. That's pretty cool. Okay, what else we got here? We do have lights in here, so we can turn. Wow, that's different. We're gonna fool with them unless we have to. Let's see here. Kind of like a little sitting room here. Not bad looking. Not bad. Let's see what's in this room here. All right, so this is our kitchen storage room, which probably connects to that room. Yep, that's the kitchen. We'll leave them doors open. So these shelves is where we would put the cheese, if we're going to do that in here. And then these shelves actually hang the sausage meat. So we'll go back out this door. And yeah, this is the kitchen. So we can use the stove if we want to do all of our stuff. We can do it all in here if we want to. So I'm going to think about that a little bit. And then we got a door that goes out back. So, and then we got our upstairs. So our upstairs, if I'm remembering right on this house, because I watched a video and seen on here. Oh, your head gets stuck. Okay, so they don't get that collision quite right, but yeah, there's a room here with 2 beds in it. And this is where you would sleep if you want to sleep in this room. And then you got another bedroom over here, and I think this is more like the master bedroom. So, got your twin or queen basically there. Nothing else you can do in here from what I can see. Not bad though. I don't think I didn't see with a bathroom. This place doesn't come with one. Do one here, did y'all? No bathroom in here. And yeah, we're going to crouch down just to get through. Come on, crouch. That's something I need to fix. That'll be my only complaint, because that's where you got to go to sleep at night. See, there's no bathroom in this house. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to be using the outdoor facilities then, right? So guys, I think that's going to end it right there. We are just a little over 50 minutes so far on this video, so hopefully I can keep it under the hour mark. I'm going to put this up, and I'm not going to record no more episodes right now. If you know, hour-long videos is okay with you guys, I'm going to do them hour-long videos, just a full day at one time. So I think we're going to try to shoot for that. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to call it a night right here, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.